The main topic for today is volume and frequency. So let's get a little bit of some feedback now from all of you that are watching so I have some context of who I'm talking to, at least live. But one of the things that is the main focus or the main, I guess, gravitational pull, imagine this being the sun. What most people rotate their training around is how many times they're going to the gym per week and then what body parts are doing when they go. How many times a week are they going, period? And how many times a week are you going to the gym, period? And then how much volume are you doing and what body parts are you doing? Because that's a component of volume. So let me define what the kind of verses we're talking about here, what we're comparing. Training frequency and training volume. So how much you are doing in a given workout session and how many days per week and how many days in a given time period, how many times are you training each body part? So are you doing an upper body type of workout 3 times a week, twice a week? Are you doing lower body once a week, twice a week? This is usually a major point of contention because most people don't understand how to manipulate this. And a lot of people think they need to train body parts much more than they really need to. And most people don't train hard enough when they do train, period, whether or not they're going with a high volume day or they do more frequency. Everyone is going to be different. Let me just put this out there first. Everyone's going to be a little bit different. It depends on what your goals are. It depends on what your experience is, how many days a week you have, period, to exercise. And also, it does matter what equipment or what you have available to you. You're not going to heavy squat 3 days a week if you don't have access to heavy materials, right? If you don't have access to a squat rack and a barbell. If you're at home with some dumbbells, you don't have heavy squats as an option. So your training split might look different because of maybe what your goals are and what equipment you have available. X, Y, and so forth. So if you don't necessarily have as much weight for heavy strength days, you might need to focus on, you want to get bigger, you might focus on more volume. So maybe you need 2 days in the week with lower intensity, more volume overall, like lower resistance, more volume. And then you'll get that, you kind of make up for where you're missing in heavy weights with the type of frequency and the volume. So this is very individualized. And what's probably most important, if you only listen this far and you kind of tune out and you zone out for all the other discussions, and of course I'll probably dig into some questions in the comments and stuff, is how well you're recovering. How well are you actually recovering between consecutive workouts? So you have people out there that are doing 2 days a week or 3 days a week, and they're barely recovering from each workout. So that is too much for them because they're under recovering. You've probably heard of overtraining, but it's really more under recovery because some people can train very frequently. Some people can do a lot of overload and recover faster. But those people might also, one, they might be genetically predisposed to recovering quicker. And also they might be just taking care of their bodies more. They're eating better. They're sleeping better. They're doing yoga. They are helping their body recover more than you are. So for me, I know for me, if I'm training and I'm crushing my legs really hard, I can maybe work my legs once every 4 to 5 days. Maybe. If I have a good leg workout that I'm really overloading my legs for hypertrophy, it depends. I'm playing around now with some different variables. But generally, classically, if I have to just think off the top of my head, it's generally once every 4 to 5 days if I'm crushing my legs. Because I get sore. I really can get sore in my legs. And I don't care. I can hydrate. I can sleep. I can do massage. I can do yoga. I get real sore if I train hard. So whether or not it's hard to gauge, oh, maybe I'm training too hard. It's hard to gauge that because I don't know. It's better, in my opinion, in my experience, it's better to train too hard than not train hard enough. And what I mean by too hard, I don't mean be risky. I don't mean hurt yourself. I don't mean do sets when you shouldn't do sets and sacrifice form. What I mean is you're not going to miss out on gains by putting in effort. right? You're going to miss out on gains by not training hard enough. So for me personally, I would prefer to get too sore and like, wow, I've trained hard, but I know that I'm not going to go too sore to the point where I'm getting injured. But if I like really push it, oh my God, I got really sore. I'd rather personally have that than I worked out and I didn't quite get it. I didn't go hard enough. I didn't create that kind of overload. And we also have the issue, got an itchy nose. We also have the issue with um, people training too hard all the time and never giving themselves or their body a chance to recover in terms of like a deload. Now, deload is going to look different for people. A lot of people deload when they shouldn't deload, and a lot of people keep on training when they should deload. And I can't really answer that question for you, but it's important to bring this kind of stuff to your attention because you might have some of these symptoms or you might feel a certain way and not realize it. And all these things are really, that's why it's important to assess, why it's important to understand what your body is telling you. It's important to understand what foods are work optimally for your body. It's important to change your workout program up subtly. It's important to be super consistent. It's important to focus on the basics. It's important to sleep well and hydrate and eat properly and all those things. There's a lot of moving pieces. So you can train hard. Like if you're missing out on the nutrition, you're not going to grow the muscle. You're not going to recover as well as you should. You might think it's your training when it's actually your nutrition. You might think it's your training and your nutrition when it's really your sleep. You might think, you see what I'm saying? You might think it's your sleep. Oh, I'm not sleeping well enough. I need to get to sleep earlier. You're also not getting a deep enough sleep because you're eating a food that is causing problems inside your body and it's causing some insomnia. It's causing some restlessness and indigestion, or it's waking you up in the middle of the night because you're having a poor reaction to it. And you don't realize that it's because you're consuming zucchini or tomatoes. I'm just throwing stuff out there. Okay. So that's why it's important. That's why all these components, that's why in Swolenormous, that's why we have the 7 pillars. That's why there's more than one way to get results. It's going to come down to a lot of what you are as an individual, what you need as an individual, what you require based on your experience, based on your time availability, based on your goals, based on everything else. People tend to automatically copy what someone else does because, oh, they got results. I must do what they do. I don't agree. You might look at my workout program and either think, oh, that's really easy, or wow, that's a lot more than I do. Either way, you shouldn't just automatically copy exactly what I do because one, you're not me. Two, you're not where I am because one, you're not me. And two, you're not in my level of experience you're not me with my 20 years of lifting experience, moving and training and stressing my body in the manner in which I've been stressed. What is a maintenance or an accessible or easy or something middle of the road in terms of a hypertrophy workout? What's acceptable for me and what's basic for me would crush someone else. That same workout might not be that much for another person. It depends on your experience. It depends on what your body is prepared to handle. And that's where it comes down to mobility. That's where it comes down to strength training. It's all about what your body is adapted to. It's all about what you've been exposing it to. It's all about what you have allowed your body to master, which is going to determine what your body needs to be exposed to get to that next level. And it doesn't mean you just keep on overloading and overloading and overloading. Sometimes you need to pull back, recover a little bit, and it might not be physical. Maybe it's psychological. Maybe your strength is fine. Maybe you're feeling fine. You're not injured, but like psychologically, you're just kind of burnt out for going to the gym. Usually that's going to coincide with maybe you not training as hard or getting as much results. But psychologically, that's so much more important than the physical. Your brain is what's going to keep you consistent. Your head game. That's why we talk so much about the psychological approach and the mental game. That's why inside Swolenormous X we have brain gains, because centering yourself and learning to be in silence, learning to be with yourself, learning to be inside your own head and be able to clean up your own fucking mess and handle your shit, it makes you more adaptable. It makes you more pliable. It helps you absorb life's chaos. And it's so fucking simple. And the reason why I swear so much is because one, I like to. It gets across, it cuts through the fucking noise. But it's this comment right here from Christina. Okay. It's cool you promote. This is from Christina Galasova. Thank you for the comment. It's cool you promote yoga, meditation, and real food. People underestimate it so much, you talk the real shit. Now, I am not going to be here like, I know everything. My way is the right way. But holy goddamn Christ, if eating real food, exercising, sleeping, drinking enough water, practicing yoga and meditation, how can anyone say that's bad? How does that sound like a bad approach? It doesn't. It just sounds like a lot of habits that people have to change. It's so simple. I'm not sitting here trying to I'm not inventing some special supplement that's going to help you shed fat and make you live longer and this. I don't have that knowledge or information. It doesn't exist, right? There is no fucking magic pill. You're going to have to put in effort. You're going to have to change habits. You are here for a reason. All your habits have led you to where you are. If you're not happy with your body, it's because of all the decisions you made up until today. If you are happy with your body, it's based on all the decisions that you made up until today. If you're like, well, I'm satisfied, but I want more results, it's based on all the decisions that you've made up until today. It's all the choices. So you can continue to make better choices or the best with the information that you have and pursue better choices and get better results, or you can just give up. And I don't think that's an option. Thanks for watching, fam. Make sure to subscribe to the Daily Swole podcast on YouTube so you can catch the live streams every single day.